Hi guys, amputees, fellow amputees, newbie amputees and wannabe amputees that don't want to be amputees. I'm Gareth, bilat Bologna amputee of 21 years now. I did one video already explaining a little bit into the process of being an amputee, so I thought I would try and go more in depth and also show what you can and can't do. At the moment I'm currently in the gym training. There's still things you can do, you know. So let's get down to brass tacks. Okay, an amputee. I've seen a lot of people posting in a particular group asking questions like what leg they should get, what their first leg will be, and what's the process of that. Now, that's a difficult subject when you're a leg amputee, because first of all, when you're an amputee, you have to know your limits. When you're a brand new amputee, there's limitations to what you can and can't do. That being said, it's always nice to be comfortable. Most of the time, they'll give you like a chart, like they have a chart, not you. They'll have this like chart of your limits, what sort of thing you intend to do, what sort of thing you want to do. For example, are you a walker? Do you intend to go to the gym? Do you run? Are you active? Then there's like levels of activity, 1 to 6 or 1 to 10, depending on where you're from. So, I'm on a pair of things called the Elite Blades. These are like the higher end sports stroke, everyday life limbs. I do have other sorts as well, but I use the Elite Blades all the time because they do absolutely everything I need them to do. I go to the gym. I play a paramotor, which is basically a parachute and an engine on my back. I'm only the second in the world to actually do this and do it foot launch, which means that I have to run with that heavy machine on my back, and I take off and I land on my feet too. It's not about self-bragging, by the way, I'm just trying to give you some information. The fact is, as an amputee, there generally isn't a limitation to what you can and can't do. The limitation is in your head. It is very, very difficult to look at yourself sometimes and see your leg missing and think, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? And be afraid of what's coming next. But there's really nothing to be afraid of. One of the things that I notice is people asking the question like, well, how should I react to people? How should I like approach people? How should I respond to people that are staring at my leg and things like that? There isn't a thing you should do. You know, these people are basically insensitive. They look at you because they've not seen a leg like this before, not seen an amputation, and it's a shock. The best thing to do is not engage it. You know, if you feel like you're embarrassed or anything, why are you embarrassed? I mean, really, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's not, you know, an issue that you've lost a leg or an arm or fingers or toes. I mean, if somebody is that insensitive to make you aware of your own body, just remember that you're the special one. It's you that has the part missing, and you're doing damn well to get out of your bed and go do something. An amputee's life isn't restrictive. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do, you know, when you're an amputee. Absolutely loads, okay? So back to the leg thing. Because I'm a leg, I can't really talk about arms, and I don't want to try and like misinform about this. But you get questions like Pinlocks versus suction cups and things like that. Now, I've always used a Pinlock. I found it to be the best system for myself. There are other people that have different issues. Like for me, my leg shrinks. When I walk, when I run, my leg starts to shrink. So a suction would never work for me. It just wouldn't work at all. But for other people, it does. Just what makes you feel comfortable. Take the advice of your doctors and your PT and your limb fitting. They know what they're doing. You also get people suggesting that limb fitting centers are useless and stuff. That's not the case. Just sometimes you might get a bad fit, which is very rare, but it does happen. 21 years, I've always had a good fit except my first 2. Your leg will shrink. You start off swollen, and eventually your leg goes down to the shape and the size it should be. This is why most of the time a limb fitting center will not give you a good leg first. You may have a fantastic stump, really clean cut, but until they know for sure what you can and can't do, they won't be that interested in giving you a fantastic leg, because at the end of the day, it's money, it's time for both you or the insurance company, or from England, it's for the NHS. So don't be disheartened when your first leg feels like a ton of bricks on you, because this is your first leg, it's your key leg, it's your walking leg, it's your starting leg. You must start somewhere. You don't, as a toddler, put a pair of boots on, do you, and go for a run. As a baby, you have to wear your sock and then your little shoe, and you're learning how to walk, and then your shoes get better. And as you get older, you get better and better shoes. And then you're a teenager, you're doing sports, you play rugby, you do boxing. Everything develops with the person. And it's exactly the same thing with a prosthetic leg. It's not an issue that you have a really poor looking leg, and then in the end you end up with an awesome leg. This is normal, this is standard practice for an amputee. Some of the key things with being an amputee, like with the phantom pains, right? When I wear my prosthetic leg, I still get severe pains. I get awful pain. It's not because of my leg, it's because of the phantom pains. They're evil for me. Unfortunately, this is my worst situation. It's the thing I never wanted. But phantom pains are there. 21 years are still here. Some people, they don't get it. Some people, they get it so basic that you don't even know you're having it. And then you get severe like myself. The Pinlock that I use actually allows me to get to my leg really quickly, and I love that. That's a really good thing for me, to be able to get rid of my phantom pain. Another thing you might experience when you're learning to walk is cramp in the muscle, the residual muscle that you have left. See, I have two very small calf muscles because they cut through them. Now, cramp when I do running is evil, and I have to quickly stop and take my leg off. I can't change that. I just massage the blood flow back in and it soon disappears. Cramp is natural. Cramp is horrible, but it's a natural experience. So just relax and go with it. Just deal with the pain, deal with the cramp, because unless you really try, you're never going to succeed. You have to always break down these barriers, one step at a time. Every step you take is making your muscles adapt to the new lifestyle that they're being put through. Timescales. I've seen timescale questions. Wow, really? Okay, listen. This is the rest of your life. This is your life. You're going to be an amputee forever. Once it's done, it's done. Don't worry about the timescale. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year. It takes what time it takes. At the end of the day, you're in control of you. You can heal and you can learn, but you have to be aware of the fact that your body is also learning again. Don't be disheartened. Do not be put off by the time it takes to heal. If you're getting really annoyed about time, you will get injured. You're going to hurt yourself and you'll be in hospital with more problems. It's not worth the race. It's worth taking your time. Just go with the flow. Your body will tell you it's okay. Your body will tell you it's ready, and your body will let you know that you are good to go. Always listen to the PT, the personal trainers, listen to the helpers, listen to your advisors. Get questions into Facebook groups or Instagram or wherever you need to do, and look on YouTube as well to find information. There's brilliant information out there. Just for a newbie, it's a very weird experience to be a new amputee. I went through it. Most people in their life will never see an amputation. Some of us are unlucky enough to have it. Or in my case, I'm lucky because I never would do half the stuff I've done now. Just enjoy your life. You're an amputee. It's the best thing in the world because now your direction changes. It's your chance to shine. It's your chance to show the world that you've learned to do it again. And this time, do it better. Don't quit on your backsides if you can just try that little bit more, that little extra push. If you are wheelchair bound, that's life, I understand that, it's not nice for you. However, there is another option, You can still push yourself. You can still push yourself around in a wheelchair. Don't feel sorry for yourself, because it's the mental state, the mental mind that will make you achieve every single goal you set out to achieve. You have to have a positive mental attitude. I know it's so easy for some idiot with 2 false legs that's doing everything to say it to you, but it is a fact. Here's a fact about me. I was a normal person living my life. I got run over by a train. I fainted on a pedestrian crossing, by the way. I didn't play on tracks. So, what do? You take it by the horns and you go for it. I got my pilot's license without legs. I run, I went to the gym. I've been in 2 movies and I got a starring role in a movie. I'm a 3rd lead actor in a Thai movie, the first white man with no legs to be in a Thai movie. I do 17 TV shows now, and I've got a cooking program, and I've got a really successful business. I've done this since losing my legs, so you can do anything you want to do. Now that was not a brag, that is a fact that you just have to force yourself to go forward. If you let yourself get beaten down, you won't achieve your goals. So I hope this has helped you people. Sorry, I've got an itch. I wish everybody the best of luck, and you can ask me any questions and I'll do my best to do a new video and answer them for you. Life is not restricted, it's only your brain that restricts your life, okay? Let's get this going, let's be champs, let's win the amputee war.